Okay, here we are. This is Dave and Kevin at solventprinterconversion.com. We are working on a Roland FJ52 converted over to run solvent inks, and now we are going to be installing a new pump. You see Kevin is holding one in his hand. It's got a nice new wiper, and Kevin's pointing out the little nubs that will help us to line up this. There's 2 holes in this plate, and he's going to first line that up, see if it mates with the gear below. The motor part is actually down in this housing and rarely goes bad. What generally happens with these pumps is either these tubes get kind of mauled by those gears if they creep over, or they just get gummy with the ink, or this wiper starts to or kind of stops moving correctly. So there's really only one screw. Kevin's putting it on his Phillips magnetized Phillips screwdriver there and putting it down in. So when you do take this apart, make sure you do save all of your screws, because you're going to need that one shortly thereafter. Kevin's getting that tightened up, and then we've got 2 sets of ink lines. One that's pretty long, or one set that's pretty long that comes out of the pump and goes down into your drain bottle, which on all the machines that we work on is going to be down here in the front. This one's just a little bit different plate, but that's kind of how it came to us and works fine. Here we're going to take the tubes, and they just kind of pressure fit right on the little nubs of the capping station there. They should fit snugly. If they're sliding off, sometimes the solvent will cause it to kind of slide off or something. We like to try to clean them up. Kevin just snaked this other tube kind of underneath here on the pump just to try to keep it in place. And sometimes, like he's doing right now, he might use a pair of needle nose pliers or something to guide that in place. Try to get that where it needs to go. In order for your printer to print, you definitely have to have both of these pump lines securely connected. Now Kevin's just kind of checking to make sure that when he moves the capping station, as it's going to many times, that our pump line doesn't come off. So now he's going to manually slide the carriage back over, and of course this is with the machine turned off and unplugged.
And the other reason for sliding this line under, if it's left over, it may touch the head carriage when it comes over.
Good point, good point. So it does kind of matter. There are just little tubes, but it does matter how they go. So there you go. Now we've got a machine that we're ready to do some testing on and everything. We've got all the dampers installed, all new dampers, all new O-rings inside there. So we've got our 6 dampers, our 6 O-rings, new heads sitting in there, new capping station, and new pump. And here we're testing out our 1110 ink cartridges on this machine. So we'll give you a report of how it does here in a little bit. Kevin's plugging it in as we speak.